Hello and welcome. Today we are doing Piano Adventures Accelerated Book 1. We're going to be covering page 24 and 25. We're going to assume you've already read through the definitions on the page and attempted to sight read the piece. Sight reading is going to be one of the best things we can do for getting used to having the eyes up on the music, away from our fingers, taking in information while we play and listen. It's totally fine to make mistakes, to play poorly, to be confused. That's often what sight reading feels like for all of us. But getting the habit of doing this early when the pieces are easy and short is going to build confidence for doing it when the pieces are longer and harder. Once we've sight read it, we now, of course, listen to the piece. We take a look at the piece, see what things are going well, see what things are different or surprising. So let's listen. Now in this song, our big vocab term up here is our legato. Our legato is our smooth and connective sound, often imitating the human voice. And that's how I like to teach people how to play legato. I look at this first measure, and I have one long word, Alleluia. That is going to have not only 4 syllables, but we'll notice there are a lot of times where we have 2 notes per syllable. Alleluia. And we would not consider it to be 4 words. Alleluia. Alleluia. No. Alleluia. Alleluia. We now imitate this sound on the piano. Avoiding the 2-note slurs. Or the typewriter approach, where it sounds more like we're playing a mechanical instrument. No, we want to try to emulate that human voice. Alleluia. And now people will notice my arm moving a lot more in this song. What I like to think about is I like to think about how the weight of my arm translates, similar to an accent. In this song, we have 4 beats per measure, and we know that our beat 1 gets more emphasis than the rest of the beats. So I can put a little bit of arm weight into this first note. My next note on the downbeat would be the G. I lift up my weight, and I land on my G. That ascending motion as I'm preparing my arm to land on the G is when I can play the rest of my notes. Down, up, 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 down, and going up. At the end of our slur, what they talk about, a monk singing this piece would take a breath at the end of each slur. Let the music breathe by lifting your wrist at the end of each slur. This is what they're talking about, is that we want to go down into our beat 1s, coming up to the measure, landing on our next beat 1s, and if we have the end of a slur, we take that ascending motion off the keys, allowing that breath musically. Down, up, 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 down, and up. Down, up, 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 down, up, up, and down, going up. Here with the piano, I do drop my weight in, but I have to be cautious now about how much weight I drop in. I don't want this, because this is obviously going to sound a bit more forte. So I have to drop in a little bit of my arm weight. Up, up, up. Now we look on to the next page, and we'll see that we've got Chant of the Monks hands together. Assuming you've tried to sight read this, you'll probably notice that the letter names are staying the same, and the finger numbers are exactly the opposite. This idea of our melody in the right hand going up and down and our left hand following it in the same direction is what we call parallel motion, a style of harmony that both hands are using motion and that the sound of this And this nice sound that we get is because the two hands are moving in the same direction, going up and down at the same time. The challenge with this is now to have both of the hands do this up and down motion at the same rate, controlling not just the fingers, but the arms. Down, up, down, and up, down, up, down, and up, down, and up, down. And early on, you might feel that doing this down and up motion is going to result in some really awkward notes of. You think, ew, no, that was too loud. And that is how we learn our touch on the piano. This is how we're learning not just to identify how fast a finger moves, but learning how to move through the shoulder, the elbow, the wrist, and at the knuckles to create all these different colors of sound. That way, if we want a little bit of an emphasis in a piano, we start learning how do we get that sound out of the piano through our ears. Alleluia, alleluia. So that way the ears can be the guide. For some fun, I'll include the teacher duet for this for some fun play along, but I do highly encourage also using the play along tracks available online. 1, 2, ready, play. Happy practicing.